this Texas weather went from 95 to 40 like it just saw a state trooper. It's alright though, it's way better than trying to camp in Texas summer. Today, we are going to look at something every overland or an off-roader should have at least some variation of in their truck, and that is a tool bag. Specifically today, we are going to be looking at the Blue Ridge Overland Gear tool bag. Let's check it out. Now, with the exception of things like the torque wrench or some of the larger tools like that, pretty much everything I've used to modify or maintain my vehicle is contained within this bag. I've been using this for a little over 2 years now. It has installed things like my front bumper and winch. I used it to install my compressor and mount, my spacer lift kit, as well as my Rebel off-road trail rail system. Now, I have the previous generation of this bag. They have since gone to their triple run design, but the only real key difference is that on the triple runs, the MOLLE is a little bit different. It's a laser cut MOLLE system, and it has strapping to run straps across this way. But other than that, the bag is still a 12 by 12 and 5.5 inches deep. And it is made out of a 1000D Cordura nylon, so it's very tough. This thing has got probably 40 odd pounds worth of tools in it. I take kind of a kitchen sink approach. Most people don't do as much as this, but overkill is underrated. Now, the only thing the triple run doesn't have that this one does is they did get rid of this mesh pouch on the back. But honestly, I've never even used this thing. It's probably just as good not to worry about having it there. Handles are all integrated, hold up nicely. You can even hang this bag up by a single handle, and I'll lay all these tools out here in a little while. But as you can see, it is heavy, and none of the pouches are coming loose. So now again, this has been slightly updated for the triple run design, but it is still the same general layout. You have rows of MOLLE here for attaching pouches, as well as a large hook and loop field right here. So you can do patches, or they do even make additional pouches you can put up here as well if you have smaller tools that you want to keep more readily accessible, depending on how you store and transport your bag. Now, as I demonstrated a moment ago, these pouches will withstand a lot of weight being pulled down on them, even though they are very simply Velcroed in and they can be ripped out. So you could actually attach this bag to like a bed rack or some other system inside, open it up, and just pull out what you need, and have this set up where you can just rip away certain tools that you need for a job instead of having to lug this whole thing, especially if you're in a sticky situation where it's just not possible to have this whole kit laying right next to you on the ground. And when you purchase one of these bags, it comes with 6 of these 12 by 4 inch pouches. So this thing is already set up and ready to go just like this. So these pouches that come with it are also really well designed and thought out. This one in particular right here, I've got a full set of 1/2 inch sockets in here, as well as the ratchet, including the socket for my lug nuts. On all these pouches, it's a translucent vinyl, so you can actually see what's inside, and it can be written on with a Sharpie, so you can label whatever is in each one of these pouches. Now, another thing with this, the main pouch, is on top of the MOLLE and the hook and loop in the front, the whole interior is lined with this same hook and loop. So on top of just the pouches that come with it, Blue Ridge also makes other various size pouches, as well as other little panels you can put in here. This thing can be infinitely adaptable. It doesn't just have to be a tool bag. You could set this thing up to do really anything you want. And their new design also has mounting points back here where you could hang this thing where it would hang by the actual bag itself and not necessarily the handle. You could put this on the side of a bed rack, on an internal molly panel, whatever you need, and set this up for, to have a larger kitchen bag, uh, maybe clothing, anything. This thing it's not just a tool bag. You could adapt this to just about anything. So like I said, for better or for worse, I take kind of the kitchen sink approach to tools. And I'm not as concerned about the actual weight. I know it's a lot, and you could probably thin this down depending on your rig, how far out you're going, or what you're even comfortable fixing. That's a major thing. I kind of go with the approach of, even if I don't know how to fix it, I could probably find someone, or there's someone in my group that does. They can use my tools, either A, not break their own or risk breaking their own, or B, if I might have something they don't. Or if someone, a brand new wheeler is out on the trail or on an overlanding trip and they don't have a tool, they either didn't know they needed it or just haven't gotten around to getting it, I would rather carry a comprehensive enough kit that I can help somebody or get help myself from somebody else. And this all fits perfectly into this Blue Ridge bag and these 6 pouches, and it fits snugly and perfectly underneath the back seat of my Gladiator. So I don't see this as just exorbitantly excessive. It's not like I've got a full mechanics toolkit, but I've got enough that I can fix just about anything, and I can at least limp myself home. And the new triple run design runs for about, I believe it's $169. I know it sounds like a lot, but like I said, I've had this one for 2 years. It has not failed me yet. So you buy one of these, it will last you probably a lifetime. Now, are there any downsides to this pouch? Well, if you're like me and tend to overpack things, it's very easy to do in this. Also, with the degree of modularity that's built into it between the MOLLE, the Velcro, everything else, and along with all the other pouches and panels and things that Blue Ridge produces, you could very quickly end up with a base pouch like this that has more pouches than a kangaroo and cargo shorts. So if you're that kind of person, maybe, but other than that, no. I really do not have a downside to this. It is incredibly well built. It will carry just about anything you put in it, and it's just a fantastic product. I cannot recommend this highly enough. Go check them out. I will leave a link to this, as always, down in the description. And other than that, always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see y'all again next week. Make sure to like this video, subscribe. If you know someone that's interested in or looking for a system like this, make sure to share this video with them. Hopefully they'll find it useful. So until next time, hope y'all have a safe trip. Stay prepared on the trails out there. Y'all be cool.